Marines are getting absolutely destroyed. Kind of glad that the Marines have taken the front there. The Norwegian Union has capitulated. Pierre-Etienne Flandin has announced that the cowardly Norwegian nation could no longer withstand the pressure from the overwhelming presence of French forces throughout the country. We're catching a lot of their submarines. Apparently my destroyer upgrades really paid off. We didn't save many of my transports, but we made them pay. And possibly actually a decent payoff, except for the manpower law stuff. How big are these units? 6% manpower. They're Marines, they should be able to swim. All but one unit. 3 of them just completely decimated. Ouch. Let's get the dockyards expanded. Oh, and this is going to allow me to build destroyers faster. Hell yeah. Well, we'll never be able to build a battleship or a carrier with our local resources. Oh, watch me. Destroyers and cruisers are not impossible. We should expand the local dockyard facilities to see this become a reality. Current motion will be voted on. I can't vote in the motion. Huzzah! Creation of the Legation Navy. More ships for me to sink. Glorious. Ace pilot promoted, and they are attacking here, so let's move you in to that position to help reinforce. Not you. You stay here. Sank a couple more. Sank another one. Well, we're using them as bait. So there is that. Swift Train, thank you very much for the 19-month resubscription. Very much appreciate that. Swift Train, thank you. Firok, thank you for the follow. And Ilbert, I'm really sorry I missed your subscription. 8-month resub from Ilbert as well. And no, Jason Rhodes we already saw. Yeah, Ilbert, you were the one I missed. I'm sorry about that. Looks complex. Oh, good. Back to green, as my big reinforcement unit arrived. Alright. Yeah, we're just going to have to let our destroyers patrol this area for a bit longer. It's plagued by enemy subs right now. Actually, no, don't do that. I could do war propaganda, which does give us division attack and defense on core territory. I did not realize that. Or I could save up for the Chief of the Navy. I think we should probably save for the Chief of the Navy. Sinking convoys. Ooh, wow, they have a lot of destroyers here. Sinking convoys. Lost a sub. I would say net, we are doing fine. You may also have a promotion. Concealment expert. No. I don't think that's very useful for you. Fleet protector certainly would be. Superior tactician certainly would be. And spotter certainly would be. The other thing that we could potentially do with is just mining this area. Because if we mine them, they move slower. Which means we have more of a chance to intercept them or get away if we need to. The number of interceptions going on right now. I'm lending out a lot of stuff. Yeah, I am. It's only guns that I'm really short on. Everything else I have. And right now I'm kind of okay with that because I want Nanjing to hold. Like, the more divisions they're able to create, the better. Because they just don't have the industry to fight back. I, however, do. I don't have the manpower, so the more damage we do to Fentiang, the better it is. 49 ships. Oh, this is... An Inception fleet. They're really low on organisation. If I had an actual fighting fleet here, we would mince them. If only. Although 2 of the heavies are going to be ready soon. There's the light gun upgrade. Not going to upgrade my ships with that just yet. Do I want to get a better destroyer? I don't think so. Not yet. We could potentially do with more convoy sailing. Part of the reason we lost so heavily is we just didn't have any technology in there. 1940. We also have this. I wanted to upgrade AA. I know that. Medium tanks would be available. Oh, so would basic amphibious tank. Oh, hold on. 1940, we want mechanized. And we also want fire support stuff. Japan's landing a lot of troops here. I mean, it would be nice if eventually we can get this completely cut off. So as long as we hold them off in the north and basically just create a defensive zone right there. I just don't think I can get Rommel through. Should you give me military access? No. What if we improve relations with you? Then would you? Oh, East India also has... the East Indies also have a bunch of submarines. Although using submarines against enemy submarines is not the best, but it should stop their supply coming in here. And we are sending the East Indies a lot of manpower. Ah, crap. Actually, no, this is good. In a really weird way. That's actually a good thing. Come on, join the war. Hunter killers. Plus 10 destroyer subdetection, plus 20 destroyer organization, escort efficiency. Yeah. We need to go down the combat line. There's no doubt about that. If I want to have any chance of fighting the Japanese toe-to-toe. Oof, lost 5 subs there. How is their fleet looking? They have about 225 ships. We have 76. Okay. Challenge accepted. Losing ground up here, but I think they're actually gaining ground here. Hunan, are you part of their league? Yeah, you are, bugger. I was hoping you'd be able to get a cut-off, then you could take out the south and take over Guangxi. Doesn't look like that's going to be possible, though. By the way, river east of the Philadelphia is the Delaware. One west of it is Susquehanna. So it is Susquehanna. It's the one outside of Baltimore. Yeah, Nanjing unfortunately is shrinking, so I think that Nanjing is gonna fall, but the bigger investment has paid off. I've made multiple investments. It's just good business. And we have another military factory. Interesting. Guns. We just need guns. Okay, I'm being intercepted, so I need to say do not sail through here. In fact, just avoid all of this. I mean, we are sinking a lot of submarines. Oh, we're also almost out of convoys. That's a problem. That's a big problem. Oh, they joined. Can you please give me a warning when someone actually joins a freaking war? It's kind of important.
Angetreten.
Who's this?
Achtung. Achtung. Zuhören! Ihre Befehle? Ihre Befehle! Ausrücken!
Thankfully, it looks like my soldiers are generally better than theirs. Keep making me more guns, though right now it's definitely the convoys that we need the most. Am I actually losing convoys? This is another thing which I don't like about... This is one of the few things I don't like about Man the Guns. It is not clear when you're losing convoys. Like, you can see where you're sinking enemy ones, but it doesn't show you where your own have been sunk. They've started hiding stuff like this, where it's just convoys on your side being sunk. It tells you allies, but I don't think it tells you your own. 20k manpower. That's a lot for this game. 20k manpower is an incredible amount. See you, Mastani. Yeah, see, we're losing here. We'll see if it throws up a... Oh, it does. Okay. I just don't remember seeing any out here, and I suspect this is where I was losing them. Sinking Russians, sinking Russians. What are we doing? We're holding that position, we're holding these positions. So they're not going to push south anymore. The problem is that my ports aren't guarded.
Achtung!
Okay, you're dead. I tried. I tried. Union of Iceland has capitulated. Pierre-Etienne Flondin has announced that the cowardly Icelandic nation could no longer withstand the pressure of the overwhelming presence of French forces. Meanwhile, Germany throwing away manpower like there's no tomorrow, and you've still not taken that province. I don't think this line has moved at all, despite the fact that they've just been constantly attacking. Unfortunately, I think that this is just Germany suiciding themselves into oblivion. 2.4 million losses, 4.3 against 2.5. That's awful. They're so confident because they have Austria on their side that they're just like, manpower means nothing. 100 to 1 odds against winning? Perfect!
Bereit.
Alright, we're starting to get a couple of heavies. What I could have done is started moving a couple of these destroyers into the escort fleet. Probably should have done that. Why aren't these building? You don't require steel. But we are gaining convoys again now. Apparently sinking a lot of shipping too. Konrad Patzik or Thilo von Seebach? They both have relatively jaunty hats. He has a bit more of a jaunty hat. I think we're going to go with you. Yeah, there must be a crazy number of ships coming through the Gulf of Siam right now. So my submarines are having just a magnificent time. Hey, look who it is! No wonder our submarines are so effective right now. Wait, Helfrich fights for the Dutch East Indies? I thought he fought for the Netherlands. Okay, I am almost out of oil, and that would be very, very bad. I thought I was importing oil. Oh. I love how we're exporting rubber to the Chinese while they're killing my buddy. It's just good business. Upgrade AA. I can't! I have no industry, no tech slots. Spain currently is neutral, yes. Alright, dockyards have been expanded. This should be a significant increase in our naval output. Emphasis on should be. We just need to import more steel. Wait, why am I using convoys to import from Germany? I didn't used to. Unfortunately, nobody that has... I would have to use convoys from everyone. Okay. Let's drop you by 2 because we do need to get oil coming in, and we'll do that from the Dutch East Indies. That should be the easiest one to do and also cost the least. And in fact, if I'm importing from Germany, this is really expensive. We want to be getting them from Australia. That would be a far better price. Because now it does really matter how many convoys it costs. So this is per unit. So buying from Germany, because they're so far away, costs 10 convoys. Whereas buying from Baratia costs just 2. Do I want to support Baratia? I think I kind of have to. Let's get one less. Alright, so now we have the steel imports to be producing everything. We still have loads of civilian factories. Okay, that's less of a problem than I thought it might be. And we are now producing lots and lots of things. Alright, next focus. Naval ambition, naval bombers. Oh, 150 free convoys. That works. Let's do that. One of the biggest benefits to the Ostasian colonies, and one of the reasons the Fatherland maintains them, is the sheer volume of trade it gives us control over. By pressing some of the extensive merchant fleet into our service and to carry war material, we can gain a temporary boost to our carrying capacity. I'm about 36 out of 52 in your Dutch campaign. This guy is an absolute beast. Yeah, Helfrich is one of the absolute best things about playing as the Dutch. He is just so crazy at what he does. Trying to find him again. Oh, no. The Dutch seem to be having a bit of a snooze. Seven sunk. Yeah, my submarines are doing a really good job. So how many convoys does Russia have? Not a lot. Japan also actually relatively few, considering how much they're going to be needing to export. Like, if we can bring Japanese trade to its knees, then that would be a really good thing. We haven't lost that many submarines in the process. I mean, it might be that we need to start building more submarines. It is absolutely possible that we're going to need to. Ultimately, I need to beat the Japanese on the surface, but if I can destroy their trade, then their surface fleet's also going to weaken. And their land operations are going to just disappear. And they seem all too happy to just throw ships over here. I think it's because they're trying to supply all of this. So tempting to push up, but I know that they'll just entrap me as soon as I do. I have only 3 divisions with which to defend that entire area. I wish I'd used more of the manpower to create more of my tiny units to protect ports and things. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you as a light SP and we're going to go down to 19 width divisions. Because this is going to increase our armor, it's also going to increase our hardness, which will reduce losses. Do it. Hopefully I could afford that. I do have 600 of them. Oh yeah, easy. The other thing is the Marines. The Marine units need to become a lot stronger than they are right now. And the easiest way to do that, especially as they're not actually doing amphibious assaults, is by increasing the number of SP artillery that they have to. And we can also give you support equipment, which we can afford. Do it.
Zuhören.
I mean, we are slowly but surely pushing Siam back, but it's not an easy conflict. Oh dear. Fuel. Right, of course, I'm using more SPs. It's going to require more fuel, and that's it. We're out of trade. So now we are going to require civilian factories. Rush Bangkok with the tanks. Problem is keeping them from being overrun, being surrounded. The problem is I just have so few divisions, I just can't protect them. I love how all of my units are now tanks.
Befehle.
Still haven't got any further promotions. You're halfway to getting Fleet Protector, which will allow you to get Destroyer Leader and Hunter Killer, which will massively increase your killing capacity. And we now have 4 capital ships. Oh yeah, 2 of them are the heavy cruisers. I'm going to get rid of these 2. I've decided. There is no real place for those in my fleet, and that's going to free up 8 destroyers. And also a bit of manpower. So 8 modern destroyers are now going to join that fleet. And we'll get our escorts a bit better. Upgrading motors is a no-go. Did you not fall behind with speed so much? I didn't want to do motorized because the reason I'm going armor is because I want the hardness and the protection. Motorized doesn't provide that. Speed's not what I'm after. Armor is.
Befehle. Los, ausrücken.
Let's just do that. Let's do that. See if I can get an encirclement here.
Befehle.
That's not an encirclement, and you leaving there would be a very bad thing.
Befehle. Ziel anvisiert.
Still have 24 submarines out here. But now we are providing slightly better screens, and we should be able to hunt and kill a lot more of their subs. Hopefully. Also, our convoy production, I think, is now sufficient. And we are upgrading everything. So let's go back to... Actually, let's start building some submarines. Let's start bringing the fight to them. I like this. No, let's build destroyers until we have 9. And then after this, we'll do the submarines. Because I want to have one fleet with 20 escorts. That's a cut-off right there. Back off!
Ziel anvisiert.
I mean, Rommel is actually doing a pretty good job here, pushing in. What we could do is this. Get that cut off. One more unit dead.